Guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. I feel like this is a pretty important video to make. So, we were like sort of like restreaming, right? The Dokkan 8th anniversary fan meetup like we always do with Gresh, right? Gresh usually is able to live translate and give us, the relevant details. But, typically it's like, people are blabbering away in the stream and then, they're talking super fast, like on the actual Dokkan stream itself. So Gresh mentioned that he was going to do this. He's going to sit down, re-listen everything and do like, complete translations because the Japanese players, the top 50 players in the World Tournament, were attending the event and they were able to ask questions. And honestly, I felt like the questions were quite good. I think the Japanese players did a really good job of asking stuff that we would want answered. Now, one thing for sure, I took a quick glance at some of this stuff. There is one reference, sort of, to Beast Gohan, but not like a hard-hitting, like, what was up with Beast Gohan. To me, that tells me that before, like, the stream started, they might have been discussing it. I'm sure Omatsu told them he was not able to talk about it. That's what I'm going to take away from this. If it was something they were able to discuss, I know for sure that would have been there. Why are we not able to use Beast Gohan? The fact that that wasn't really there at all tells me it's something he was not able to discuss, which I do find interesting, right? Now, can we look into that deeper? Does that mean a Beast Gohan is coming down the pipeline? I'm sure eventually, right? But who knows how soon. But I was expecting like a direct mention of him during the stream, and it didn't really happen. So again, I would say that it probably is because for whatever reason he was not able to discuss Beast Gohan. So I don't know. There's a ton of theories at Toei. But who knows, man? Who knows? It's crazy. It's crazy. Who knows? So all right, let's take a look here. So these are translations for all of the questions and stuff like that were asked at the start, right? So let's go ahead and jump in. A vote was held both at the fan meeting itself for those attending in person. Again, those are the top 50 from the last World Tournament. And within the online arena within the Battle Hour app, where 2 questions are asked. See the voting results and accompanying producer comments below. So, what are you most concerned with during fights with difficult enemies? Making use of crits and additionals to defeat the enemy quickly with offense. Making use of things such as defensive raises, that's stacking, damage reduction, guard to defeat the enemy carefully. Utilizing both offense and defense while playing to each character's strengths to defeat the enemy. I mean, that actually probably is the best way to play, right? And I don't care about either. It doesn't matter as long as the enemy is defeated. Dude, I'm with the vision right here. That's raw right there. Yeah, like, I don't care. I'm just gonna win. I like it. I like it. Now, if I was to vote, of course, I'm up here as well. But I do like this. I don't give a damn as long as I win. I do appreciate that. Let's see what Omatsu said. With the current environment of the game, not surprising most people are gravitating towards defense to how hard a lot of bosses hit for. Yeah, no shit, dude. I wonder why. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Omatsu. Dude, I'm telling y'all right now, this guy is the GOAT. I don't care. After all, like, dude, hold on. We gotta, like, see, I'm having fun, man. But I just... Yeah. Anniversary characters will be characters who've not been. Come on, man. This dude, he won me over today for sure. For sure. Too funny. Okay. Which of the following gives the biggest feel-good moment in Dokkan for you? So when animations with intense voice lines play, that might be for me. Like, think of like Goku reviving, right? Dude, like, I remember like Goku and Vegeta fusing into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's lines, oh my, it just filled me with energy, right? Like, yeah, for me, I probably would say that. Dokkan original music plays, it typically is pretty good, but, I mean, the voice acting is bigger to me. Finally able to defeat a strong enemy, that is fun. It felt very good getting that first no item run on Cell Max, for sure. When I'm able to use various skills and effects to play exactly how I want, okay. Right now for Dokkan, we feel our animations have been receiving high praise from a lot of players. Yeah, not in our community. Maybe in Japan it's like that. Over here, everything drops and it's, oh my god, it's so janky. Right? With the addition of voices on top of those animations, we're able to recreate scenes from the series that resonate with a lot of people. Yeah, especially the voiced animations are just so good. I can speak for everyone when I say they need to add voices to support memories, right? That's the one thing. Wait, what? Did I skip way ahead? No, there's more than this. Okay, we're okay. So we got that. For the question and request corner section, in-person attendees of fan meeting had the opportunity to submit either questions or requests to the producer. Below images outline the questions and requests along with the responses from the producer. Okay. So why is the Ultimate Red Zone limited to only 3 attempts per day? After pulling new characters, I really want to test out their abilities, but these limitations act as a bottleneck. I want you to implement high difficulty events that don't have those kinds of restrictions. Now, just real fast, my own thoughts before we get to what Omatsu said. I mean, Cell Max would qualify, right? It has no restrictions whatsoever, and that probably is the most difficult fight in the game, right? Take away boost characters, that's probably the hardest fight. Now again, before we get to Omatsu, I'll tell y'all the reason I think they do this. It is, again, I think artificial difficulty. It's a game of RNG, right? If you have infinite attempts, you could just jump in there as much times as you want. You could win with even subpar characters and stuff like that. I do think that they want you to really have to challenge yourself to beat it. If you're not gonna wail out, right? Like that's why. For stuff like this, I feel like this is what they're going to do. They're going to keep this, right? The God event had this. I don't think this is something that is going to go away. So. I would like y'all to understand that this is intentional. They want to limit the uses because, again, it's a game of RNG, right? Like, they want you to go in there and your rotations suck ass and you die right away. They want that, right? So keep that in mind. All right, now let's see what Amatsu said. Seems that a lot of people feel similar to the person who submitted this question. Oh, yeah. In our community, I see everyone talk about how stupid it is all the time. Yep. However, we're currently considering removal of those restrictions from a general standpoint. On the other hand, we are considering relaxing these restrictions a bit during special campaigns, such as the anniversary. I'll be sure to discuss with the rest of the development team. So maybe whatever the big difficult content is going to be for the 8th anniversary, maybe during the anniversary it has no restrictions, but then after the anniversary, the 3 limit per day or something like that, that could be cool, right? Certainly. Okay, here's the next one. Are there currently any plans to implement anything past Extreme Z Awakening? This is a great question. Personally, I think that they should do this. I think this is an easy way for them. Again, I mean, you guys saw the reaction by global players, how upset you guys were with no Gohan. There's a couple of reasons. 1, they made him super good. 2, he's a very hyped character. But 3, EZAs, you go into a celebration and it's yeah, Power Awakening Orange Piccolo is the best unit in the game, but oops, I'm free to play, I couldn't pull him, right? But AGL LR Gohan, you probably have him with dupes. So it's that EZA drops, all of a sudden, a character you pulled years ago is now one of the best characters in the game. That's real content. You do stages, you EZA him, and then you want to use him, test out this character you've had for years, who's now a top character. Them continuing to do this is, I think, super important. They could make a red zone level difficulty, new EZA type thing to EZA characters have already been EZA'd. I think it is something they should do. I think it would be very good for the health of the game and stuff like that. A very easy way for them to do a really tough content stage and just generally more content during celebrations. So let's see. Omatsu said, believe we referenced this possibility in a survey that we put out at an earlier point, so that might be why we received this question. Yep. We're unsure at this time whether or not we're going to be implementing something like this. We understand there's a lot of characters who have already received their EZAs and cannot keep up with the current environment of the game and therefore are in need of help in some way. Yeah, AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku EZA'd in 2017, right? However, we do implement a mere extension of the EZA system to help these characters. The same cycle will inevitably repeat itself down the line, so we're trying our best to think of a more long-term solution to this issue. There is no long-term solution, right? Power creep is going to exist. Nothing you do about that. I do think a second EZA is something they could do. And that would be very, very helpful. All right. A lot of these, again, I think that these are actually pretty good questions by the Japanese players, most of these. Omatsu seems to give kind of a lot of non-answers. He kind of dances around the subject. I mean, it's to be expected. But I do stress that I think this is something that could be very positive for the health of the game, for sure. You know, we're going to have our new summonable characters. Everyone wants to pull Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, right? But like STR Vegito EZAs during this celebration, how good is that for the player base overall? There's players who aren't going to pull that new LR, but STR Vegito, you know, Dokkan Fest LR, it's been on all these good banners in the past several years. It's a pretty big deal. So I do think that they should really look into an EZA2. I think an EZA2 is just a ridiculously important thing. Okay, so we have that. Now, personally, I think it's been nice that you guys have been releasing non-main characters, Videl, Yamcha, Ginyu, etc. as Dokkan Fest exclusives. Are there plans to continue this moving forward? I agree. I think that this is very good. Now, I mean, we come to the, you know, oh my god, another Goku and Vegeta for anniversary. It's anniversary. This is where they really bring in a lot of the success, a lot of the money, typically the high point of the year. These major celebrations are going to be Goku, Vegeta, Vegito, Gogeta. Like, you just got to accept it. But Dokkan has done a good job. Again, Videl, Yamcha, Ginyu, Raditz, Pan. Like, think of some of these characters we've gotten recently, right? They have not just done, all right, Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, all right, Super Vegito, all right, Blue Gogeta, all right, Majin Vegito. Like, they sprinkled in quite a few non-hype characters, and I think the representation is important. There's people whose favorite character is Videl, people whose favorite character is Pan, people whose favorite character is Yamcha. Like, these people exist. It's good to get this representation in, but I do think that there does need to be a balance. Right now, we're an anniversary. It's Goku Vegeta time. The first Dokkan Fest in March, I think, is perfect for Baby, Demon King Piccolo, Tien, right? Jackie Chun, Bulma, right? Maybe an Android 18, right? Like these types of characters at the start of March. I think it's important. Dokkan, they can't do like 80 Vegetos in a row, and you also can't do 80 Videls in a row. I think like going back and forth is the best way to go about it, right? Let's see what Omatsu says here. Yes, we have plans to continue doing this, which, I mean, they should, right, for sure. 8 years in, all these characters, like, again, Baby, Demon King Piccolo, Great Ape Vegeta, I mean, you know, Tien, Jackie Chun, all these types of characters all need to get them. We're interested in hearing directly from the players what aspects of these less popular characters are most liked, animations, Kit, etc. It's Kit. I will tell y'all right now, I was streaming Elden Ring at the time. Elden Ring had just come out. I was streaming it on 5/9 with Goresh and a bunch of other people when the Dokkan Fest teaser for Ginyu came out. Only me and Goresh cared, basically. We were excited, but most people, skip. Dude, Twitter that night, every tweet, global players were like, awesome, easy skip before anniversary. And then how do people feel about Ginyu now? He was so good, and his release was so strong, right? They gave him units, they gave him free-to-play characters that helped. It's Kit. Kit is the most important thing. Yamcha's very good. Yamcha probably should have been better, considering he's Yamcha. But Yamcha is still very good, but he probably should have been a bit better. Kit, I think, is the most important thing. Okay. So next, question 4, you guys, considering the addition of a function that would allow us to fight together with our friends, even through online functionality. The current friend system provides very little in the area of connecting people, and it almost feels like a waste. Yeah, pretty good. I think some sort of co-op raid or something like that would be really fun and would be a super good idea. So Omatsu says there's a lot of areas we're considering improvement for as far as the friend system goes. Concept of playing with friends in the online game vastly differs depending upon the individual, i.e. do you here, I actually want to see, because it's sort of cut off a little bit right there. Here, let me i.e. do you view the friends you play with online as family, normal friends, or just short-term acquaintances? This will determine the best way to move forward with changes to the system in Dokkan, as we want to make the most suitable changes for our players as we plan for the years ahead. We look forward to receiving more feedback from our players as we continue to release surveys in the future. I think that, again, some sort of co-op raid could probably be very fun. I feel like co-op would work much better than in Legends. Now, in Legends, co-op has been, like, the most universally hated shit. Like, that, Turnout Power as well, but co-op, I just see people, like, it's like, Legends forces its players to play co-op relentlessly, nonstop, and they hate it so much. But I just feel like in Dokkan, co-op, like it just feels like it would work much more successfully than in Legends, but we would see. But I think some sort of like co-op raid boss would be outstanding potentially. Okay. I want you guys to yeah, notice the quotes on this one. I want you guys to add a ceiling that would guarantee new characters on their debut. Banners once hit. Pity. This is a question asking for pity. What do you guys think Omatsu's going to say? As a player myself, I completely understand where this person is coming from. We understand that in other titles, certain pity systems exist, where it is possible to acquire the newest character on their debut banner after performing a set amount of summons, i.e. a ceiling. You guys buckle up here. In Dokkan, we have the gacha coin system, and we feel that is sufficient at this time. Therefore, we have no current plans to introduce a ceiling system where players will be able to guarantee a new character in the debut manner. Translation: thanks for the money, dummies. We're good. We're fine as is. Once we fall off a little bit, maybe we'll consider adding it. If there was a lot of pressure and the player base just decided, no, we want it now. But as of right now, they're like, we're good. We like it as is. Oh, we're top grossing? Yeah, I don't think we need pity quite yet. That, to me, is reading between the lines. But Omatsu, I mean, I got to get a clip of this. Like, he had to have been smirking his ass off, man. Yeah, that was the face when he was talking about this right here. Oh, hell yeah. All right, what else we got here? Well, oh, dude, this Twitter, come on. Okay, that's one we just looked at. Yep. Okay, what are your guys' thoughts on the World Tournament mode, including the content of the mode and its functionality? Now, keep in mind that the 50 players that were available at this event, they got there from placing highly in World Tournament. You do want to keep that in mind. As the attendees of this meeting are the top 50 ranking players of the most recent World Tournament, I'm sure you all have your own opinions about this mode, and we in fact received a lot of questions and requests specifically about this mode from the attendees today. That's good. That to me sounds very promising, right? The players who play this shit the most, they probably would have given very good feedback. And again, I'm very pleased. All the questions asked right here, this is good stuff. So I think I trust that the Japanese players gave the proper World Tournament feedback to Omatsu and the other producers. I'm pretty confident in that. For what I'm able to discuss today, we as a development team understand the frustrations a lot of people have with this mode. Okay, perfect. We're currently considering which areas of the World Tournament mode to get rid of and what areas we feel are still necessary. To me, I think there's two fast things that could be done, which I think would dramatically improve the experience. Number one is removing the prelims. Right, like the worst part about World Tournament to me is the prelims. You have to watch the enemies just sit there and battle each other, and moving around the map. I feel like if you were just going directly into battle after battle after battle after battle, would probably be substantially better. I think it's that simple. Removing the prelims and removing the map, and I feel like you significantly improve the experience for World Tournament. There's definitely other things that could be done, but I just feel like the map is just entirely unnecessary at this point. So as an answer to this question directly, as a development team, we're a bit unsure right now of the best way to proceed. So we're looking to receive more direct feedback on areas you'd like to see remain and gotten rid of as it pertains to this mode. Again, to me, it's the map movement right now is the main offender, right? Like, get rid of that, and then we could talk from there. Of course, a full revamp would be ideal, right? But, like, we could start with just removing the map, I think is the best way to go about it. All right. What is next? I believe there's still a few more to go here. Oh, no, there's literally one more. Okay, we're at the last one. Are there plans to continue releasing new iterations of characters in the future who already have full representation of their animations and high quality? A character who stands out to me as an example of this is Super Gogeta. I feel like Super Gogeta's pretty much hit his limit because he does almost nothing. I mean, you can kind of say Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan certainly does have enough for another character, right? But Super Gogeta to me is like the probably number one offender of they've used everything they could for Super Gogeta, right? Outside of like taking stuff he did in Blue Gogeta or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta form or something like that, right? Okay, so we got that. So Omatsu says, I have a feeling this question might be referring to characters such as Ultimate Gohan, who released as part of the Superhero Celebration, or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who released during the 7th anniversary, and we've actually gotten this question quite a lot. Now, the main thing is Beast Gohan, because it's like, for sure, Omatsu is well aware that players are not happy with that Beast Gohan release, and we want a real Beast Gohan ASAP, like pronto, like right away. So like it's good that very clearly him referencing Ultimate Gohan, he's well aware of this, which is good. At this point in time, can't really discuss details. However, we absolutely will continue to release new iterations of characters in the future who already have their full set of animations in the game. Generally speaking, we have the character release schedule up until the 10th anniversary more or less planned out already, and for anniversary celebrations, we will always be sure to release characters who will live up to the hype and expectations of our users. In line with this, we understand how important it is for these characters to have new and exciting animations, so we're in the process of concocting ways to make this happen for the characters referenced in this question. If you look at LR Ultimate Gohan, right, think of all the attacks he does in Ultimate Gohan form. I would not have cared if it's just Beast doing it. Like, I don't, one problem is like, so it's like Beast Gohan is just the active skill, but then they just cram so much in the active skill for no reason, right? Like, he transforms, he smirks, like they add the smirking, they add the now it's my turn for no reason, right? Like, he doesn't get hit, so why is he saying now it's my turn? They have the smirk in there for no reason, and he does a special beam cannon. Like, there's just too much. We will see. We will see what they're going to do. Beast Gohan certainly is going to get another character. Super Gogeta, Super Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, these types of characters, like, yeah, they're going to figure out ways to drop them. Now, another thing I've seen people talk about this, right? So they have more or less have the release schedule up to the 10th anniversary planned. What does that mean for, the anime? Like, does this mean that the anime is not coming back? I can tell you guys with confidence, there's no correlation there. Toei, we know how they've been acting lately. They would go to Dokkan and be like, all right, boom, this is up in the pipeline. They might not even give them that much of advance warning. Birdies, might have mentioned at some point that perhaps the games didn't have any advanced knowledge whatsoever of the stuff that was in Superhero before it came out. So, might want to consider things like that. As of right now, the games, this is a little bit more of just a guess by me, but I would assume that the games, they're moving forward with no knowledge of what may or may not happen with movies, anime, potential, any of that stuff, right? Now, if the anime does come back, if the manga begins to get animated, whatever, I feel like it would be very easy for them to sort of slide the additional things, because, January 21st of 2022, there was no Beast Gohan. It didn't even exist, right? Dokkan producers, like, they didn't know shit about this. And then now here we are a year later, and like that, this is now a character in Dragon Ball. It's a character in the game and stuff like that. So, very easily things like, Black Frieza, any other anime stuff could return. There were leaks that the anime is coming back in 2023. We've had no official news, so it's hard to say for sure, but we will see. I think the chances of another anime dropping, it makes sense. Dragon Ball brings in so much money. Toei, I just feel like they're the biggest buffoons in the world, right? Like, it's like, yeah, we could be making a bajillion trillion free dollars every second of every day, but nah, we're good. Like, it just does, it's just not smart, I would say. But we'll see. Now, obviously, 10th anniversary quickly becomes the 25th anniversary if the anime's coming in. Think of all the manga exclusive characters. Another thing is they're not doing manga characters in these games until they're animated. Characters like Moro, Ultra Ego Vegeta, Black Frieza, Granola, True Ultra Instinct Goku, Mirror, right? Like, all these characters would be really awesome in the game. So it's like the anime comes back and there's just, like, the game just expands so much with all the new content. So let's hope that we are going to see that. All right, so there we go. I felt like it was pretty important for me to go ahead and knock out a video on all this. I think all of these questions were like very good by a lot of the Japanese players. A lot of things a lot of us in this community have cared about. A lot of these World Tournament, Easy A2, right? Like I've seen a lot of this talked about at length in our community. So this is good stuff that, again, keep in mind that a lot of these are sort of like non-committal answers by Omatsu, which is what he has to do, right? Like it's not, he can't just be like, oh yeah, let me just give you guys the secret sauce. Yeah, here's exactly what we're cooking up, right? At the very least, you could tell with all this that the correct info, I think, was put in front of the producers as to what the players want. It does seem like some of the Japanese players, man, like their heads were screwed on correctly, man. I think they asked the right questions. Sounds like they brought the right info to Omatsu. So I think that this whole event, this 8th anniversary fan meeting event, to me seems to be very positive for the game. So let me know what you guys think. Of course, huge shout outs to Gresh for this. Gresh wrote all this up, man. Like, this guy's crazy, right? Like definitely give huge props to Gresh. Let me know what y'all think of the 8th anniversary and everything. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.